What's up, guys? Raymond back again, coming to you from home for a real quick, very important tip. I want to talk to you about your finger pitches and your bowling ball and what you should feel and what we want to try to avoid feeling here in a minute. Stay tuned. All right, so we want to talk about finger pitches a little bit. Now, for me, I'm noticing my flexibility week after week, month after month, whatever it may be, seems to be changing quite a bit. A little bit ago, I don't know, probably 3-4 months ago, I actually changed my finger pitches from 0 to a quarter away. I've been at 0 for the longest time, and I've always had flexibility, but as you can see now, my fingers are they're not as flexible as what they used to be. You really should be able to pretty easily get your fingers into that crease and not feel much strain on these ligaments right here. If when you bend your fingers inward to get to this bottom crease right here like this, and you start to feel strain and pressure on your fingers, that's telling you that your flexibility just isn't where it used to be. We need to start pushing those fingers away. And the reason we want to start pushing the fingers away is because what we're trying to create is a little bit more flatness on the finger. We want to feel the finger completely flat on the ball. So if this is the lip of the grip right here, and we're at 0 right now, and your finger is in the ball, and it's like this, if you're flexible, now you have to pull to get it flat, and you see how my knuckle bends up like that? That's not necessarily a good thing. So the further away we go, so if we go this way, and now we're away pitch, right? So we're away pitch, now it makes it easier to get that finger to sit flat all the way on the ball. And then as we come back to 0, right? Now that nail starts to lift up, and in order to really get that finger to sit flat, we have to then come in, and that's when that knuckle starts to bend again, and that's where a lot of pressure and tension can come from. And this is what you're looking for, is when you put your finger on the ball, if you feel the back of your nail getting pushed to the outside or that back side of the grip, that's probably not a good thing, and that's going to put too much pressure right here on this crease. So for any of you that really crack around this crease, you're going to want to pay attention to this, because that is what's causing a lot of the issues too. Now, one thing you're going to have to take note is when you start to go with more reverse and start getting those finger pitches to sit away like that, where your finger is flat, you're going to start feeling like it's going to feel completely different. It's going to feel like you're actually losing the ball, or you're not actually hitting it. But less is more. Remember, your reverie actually might go up, because now you're not pulling up on it. You're not actually staying in it longer. I just changed mine from a quarter to a half reverse as a test ball yesterday, and was messing around with it. I drilled that dark web, and the ball came off my hand so much faster and so much easier. It took a lot of tension off. And that's exactly what I felt when I went from 0 to a quarter. Now I think my hand is basically saying, okay, I really liked that change. I need more. Give me more. So I actually had to, excuse me, I actually had to make the change further because of my lack of flexibility in my hand now. So I am pushing 40 here pretty soon, so it makes sense. Some of you kids in your 20s, even in your 30s now, you may want to start looking at these things, because our joints do get less flexible as we go, and you're going to want to make these changes when you need to stay ahead of the game. Some of you older folk have been stuck in, pitches. I know a lot of pro shops are trying to pitch you underneath to make it to where you can feel those fingers and try to stay in it longer and really try to catch it. That's the opposite of what you want to do. Most times you want to clear the ball faster. This will also help take pressure off of your thumb. You can take pressure off of your thumb, which can clear the thumb faster, which will make your rev rate go up. These are some of the things that I'm going to be looking at in the clinic that I'm running in Waterford. So the first thing we're doing at that clinic is always a fit check. Fit check is always one of the things that we do at the clinic. And if I see things that could be beneficial to you, we will certainly make those changes, but we were going to make sure that your finger pitches, your thumb pitches, all that stuff is at least close to correct before we try to do all those drills for release. If you're interested in the release and rev rate class, it is going to be August 27th and August 26th and 27th, that Friday and Saturday. It's just one day, so you can pick one day or the other. On Friday, it's going to be at 6 p.m. And then on Saturday, it's at 1 p.m. I only have 3 spots available for the Saturday spot, or for the Saturday clinic now. I've got, I think, 6 left on the Friday clinic. So for those of you that want to get in, you better hurry up. I believe we have one that's going to be coming to Indianapolis. Ken Rule is looking at setting one up. He said he's got a lot of interest down there. So probably that first week of October, we would be trying to set up the same similar type of clinic. And also we are coming to Texas City the last week. So August, that 24th and 5th, I believe. We're going to Texas City, Texas. And then I've got some other ones that are being set up too. So be on the lookout for these camps and clinics where we talk about all these things and we can get you fixed up, because it is very difficult to have repetition, have consistency in the release. And that's one of the things that I noticed yesterday is I think my struggle has come from very inconsistent release because of being locked in the ball with my fingers, not feeling like I can get out of it clean enough and fast enough. It's made my release different each shot. So even though my shot making is on point, even though I know where the ball is going from point A to point B, if the release is just a little bit different because I'm staying in the ball a little bit too long, and then I'm trying to make adjustments to get it off my hand faster, so then I thumb it down a little bit, that changes the release and makes the ball reaction different. I then have to get forced into a weaker hand position. That's where carry problems come in, and all kinds of issues with consistency can come in. So I think when I was leaving that 4-pin, that weak 4-pin, and making an adjustment off of it, moving left, and then I'm trying to help it, and now the ball's not, it doesn't make the corner, and I 2-pin off of a 4-pin, and it's frustrating. Even though the ball went where I want it to go, it's because of a inconsistency at the bottom. So the only reason I'm noticing these things now is because I'm reevaluating my motivation and myself as a bowler. I'm trying to learn every single day. That's why I'm playing around with layouts, with stronger core angles in my layouts, and I'm trying to do everything I can to get better now, because honestly, if I'm being real, which I'm going to make another video about this, I've not ever fully committed to this game. And I know that sounds silly because I'm teaching it and everything, but for myself, I should say, I've never fully committed to doing what I need to do to be the best that I can be for myself. My commitment has always been a little bit for myself, but mostly trying to help others. And I know that sounds weird, but that's just kind of the way it's always been for me. So I'm gonna make another video about this, but I just wanted you guys to see this. When you get those finger pitches, make sure you try to get that finger to sit flat. And if that means you have to pitch it away a little bit more, and maybe not, that'd be like 0 basically. Maybe we have to go to here, quarter or even a half, because when you go to 0, now that finger kind of sits up and it's up in the air in the ball. And that's not good, because then you have to pull, and that's what bends the knuckles, and we kind of have some issues. The bent knuckles isn't really that big of a deal, but that's something I want you to look at, is when you put your hand in the ball, if you pull your fingers forward, do your knuckles then go up because of that? That's just something to pay attention to. It's not a bad thing necessarily, just something to pay attention to. Pay attention to the pain in the index right here, or in the, if the ligaments or the knuckles or anything are sore. Those things are something to look at. So that's all I got for you. Just wanted to give you these quick little tips. I'm gonna get out of here. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment. Let me know what your finger pitches are. Are your finger pitches really away? Are you under? Do you feel like you're locked in the ball? What are the issues that you see? Leave a comment below. And until next time, we'll see you guys later.